What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's been a busy week for the Pistons this week, and I honestly have so many things I'm working on to make a video. I'm working on a Josh Jackson video, but obviously this video is going to be about the breaking news that's happening today that Blake Griffin apparently has played his last game in a Detroit Piston uniform. It's funny because I was on locker room with everybody talking about the Pistons, and as we're talking about the whole Andre Drummond thing that came out, we get basically the same news with Blake, that the Pistons basically will not be playing Blake until they either find one, a trade for him, which isn't going to happen, or two, they buy him out around March 25th. So this is obviously like kind of shocking because I think most of us thought that Blake Griffin was going to be on the Pistons at least till next year's deadline. Then they were going to buy him out because he has a year left on his contract as of right now. So if they buy him out, whether it's today or March 25th, March 26th, whatever day it is, he's going to have a year remaining on his contract. So I think it's kind of shocking that this news came this year. But before we get into anything else, I want to make one thing clear. The Pistons are probably not going to be trading Blake. It's probably like at 99.9% that Blake Griffin will not be traded for two reasons. One, Blake hasn't played well at all, and he has no value whatsoever along with his contract. He has no value at all. And two, Troy Weaver is not going to part with an asset just to get him off the table when they're probably going to just buy him out at March 25th. The trade's not going to happen. I'm willing to bet almost my life savings that the Pistons will not be able to find a trade partner for Blake because it just doesn't make any sense. So I know a lot of fans out there like to do with the little trade machine, like to put together their own little trades, have fun with all that, but you guys will basically be doing that for nothing because a trade is not going to be happening for Blake Griffin. I can promise you guys that. So I guess the next question will be, what exactly will be happening to Blake then? And it almost assuredly is going to be a buyout that happens around March 25th, which is what was said in the Bulls report. So what happens if the Pistons do buy out Blake? They're going to have to pay the rest of this year's contract out that they have for him. And then what's likely going to happen is Blake is going to have to give back some of the money, whether it's 25%, half, some of the money to agree to get this buyout going for next year's contract because he has 1 year left on this contract. So the Pistons will buy him out. They will pay the rest of this season's contract for him. And then next year, he will still be on the books, but it's not going to be for the amount that is originally there right now, which I believe is like $42 million right now. And I know I saw some minor talk about this on Twitter. No, the Pistons will not be waive and stretching Blake. First of all, they just can't because I think it's 15% of your cap. You can't waive and stretch, and the Pistons are already at that because of the waive and stretching they did in the offseason. So no, that's not an option. Two, it just wouldn't make sense to do that anyway. That would be very dumb of them to do. So even if they did have the percentage to do that, they probably would not do that anyways. So that's probably what's going to happen. The Pistons are likely to buy Blake out after March 25th. The trade's not going to happen. No, they're not going to be waiving and stretching him. Even if they wanted to, they can't. Trade won't happen. It's going to be a buyout. Brace yourselves for it. And I know one of the questions you guys are going to have is, why is this happening right now? If they're going to be waiting till March 25th to buy him out, why not just announce it then? Why are they announcing it a whole few weeks ahead of time? Why is it happening right now? And I have a few reasons and few answers for you guys for why it's happening right now. The first answer obviously comes from Blake's side. Blake obviously just doesn't want to play with the Pistons right now. The Pistons are in rebuilding, retooling stage, and that's not where Blake really wants to be at his age and where he's at his career. That's one. And two, Blake's role has slowly started to diminish as the years went off. I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but not this last game, but the last few games, Blake hasn't even been closing out games. His role has slowly but surely went down, and I'm sure that's probably not cool with Blake. I'm sure the Pistons were probably going to get to a point where they're going to tell him, you're probably going to have to come off the bench because he's just not playing very good at all, and they need to make room for more younger guys. And you can assume that Blake probably was not going to be cool with that, and it's probably not cool with his role diminishing right now as it is and not closing out games for a rebuilding team. So that's the first reason why it's happening. Blake probably just isn't happy or just doesn't want to be a part of this kind of situation right now and would rather do this type of situation for a good team. If he's going to come off the bench or have to not close out games, why do it for a bad team instead of just doing it for a good team when it matters? And from the Pistons side, I already kind of talked about it a little bit, but the Pistons want to create room for their young guys to play more. Add on to the fact that Jeremy Grant's more of a 4 than he is a 3, so now Jeremy Grant can shift over to the 4 and creates more minutes for Saddiq Bey and Sekou Doumbouya, which Saddiq Bey just won Player of the Week, and it's very clear that the front office is extremely high on Saddiq Bey, as they should. He just won NBA Player of the Week, not Rookie Player of the Week, NBA Player of the Week. So he's been playing really well as of late, and usually when Blake doesn't play, Saddiq's the one that gets elevated to the starting lineup. So I'm going to assume that you can see that moving forward for the rest of the year. Saddiq Bey will be the starter from here on out. So this is why the Pistons wanted to get it done. So not wait till March 25th. They want to get this done now so Saddiq can get into the starting lineup, get more minutes for Sekou, get more minutes for anyone else that can play 3 or the 4. And Blake will be able to go home, chill, rest, not put any more miles in his body, not risk any injury while the Pistons fail to find a trade for him and eventually buy him out around March 25th. So that's all I've got for you guys today. Just wanted to get you guys a quick video on this breaking news with Blake. Blake. I actually have somewhere I have to go, so that's why I'm keeping it really short. But let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about all of this. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up down below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And until my next video, I'll see you guys later. Go Pistons, everybody. Thank you, Blake, for everything you gave. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your day.